Welcome! I see you've chosen SuperWorm. What a good choice. Have you read SuperWorm before? What do you think it's about? Well, our story is called SuperWorm by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. Let's have a look-see and see what SuperWorm is all about. Can you see SuperWorm? What is he doing? Who's underneath him? What creature is that? Look there. Can you see how strong SuperWorm is? SuperWorm is super long. SuperWorm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, watch him squirm. Hip, hip, hooray for SuperWorm. Can you see? What is he holding up? Yes, a big stone. He's so strong. Help! Help! Disaster! Baby Toad has hopped on a major road. Quick! Whatever can we do? Oh, look! It's SuperWorm the lasso. Look there. SuperWorm has saved Baby Toad by hooking him with his tail. Oh, the bees are feeling bored today. They need a nice new game to play. Cheer up, bees. No need to mope. What do you think will happen? It's SuperWorm the skipping rope. Whee! Look at SuperWorm. Oh dear, Beetle has fallen in the well. She is drowning. Who can tell? Don't panic. It's all going to be fine. Look here. Who's peekabooing over the top of the well? It's SuperWorm the fishing line. There he is. And he scoops up little baby Beetle. And he's rescued her. Yay for SuperWorm. Then toads, beetles, bees and bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, Uncle Ant and earwig aunt clap and cheer and chant this chant. SuperWorm is super long, SuperWorm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, watch him squirm. Hip, hip, hooray for SuperWorm. Can you guys do that with me? Let's try. SuperWorm is super long, SuperWorm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, watch him squirm. Hip, hip, hooray for SuperWorm. Good job, everybody. The chant is carried on the air, and Wizard Lizard is in his lair. He mutters in his servant's ear, "Find that worm and bring him here." Do you think the lizard is somebody nice? Is he being kind? Or do you think he's a bad lizard? The servant crow is black and grim, and everyone is scared of him. They all let out a fearful shriek to see their hero in his beak. Oh no, the crow has taken SuperWorm. Oh dear, what will happen now? The wizard waves his magic flower. Now, SuperWorm, you're under my power. And you must tunnel, writhe and coil, and find me treasure hidden in the soil. SuperWorm is very cross to have a lizard as his boss. But when he tries to slink away, the wizard's magic makes him stay. Oh dear, SuperWorm can't escape. But why? Is it the flower? Or is it because the lizard is standing on him? For days he tunnels, twists and winds, but all the treasure that he finds is 2 small buttons. Can you spot the buttons? A half a cork, a toffee and a plastic fork. Can you see the fork? The lizard flicks his angry tail. Have one last try, and if you fail, I'll find the treasure down below. If you fail to find the treasure down below, I'm going to feed you to my angry crow. Because his crow is very hungry, and the lizard says he's going to feed SuperWorm to him if he doesn't find that treasure. But now, what kind of treasure do you think the lizard is looking for? I don't know. The crow is flapping through the night. Everyone looks up in fright. They see him perch upon his oak and listen to his dreadful croak. SuperWorm is good to eat. SuperWorm is a special treat. He's juicy, he's fat, he's firm. Hip, hip, hooray for that juicy SuperWorm. Oh no, the crow can't wait to eat him. And look, all his friends come together. They're going to think of a plan. Action, quickly, at the double. SuperWorm is in frightful trouble. We must help him if we can. We must hatch a cunning plan. We've got to try and help SuperWorm. So the garden creatures leave their home carrying a honeycomb. They jump, they fly, they crawl, and they creep. What animals can you see, everybody? What animal is this? What animal is this? Yes! And what about these? What are those? They buzzy bees. That's right. Well done. And they find the lizard fast asleep. Look at him sleeping there. He's snoring. They chew the petals from his flower to rob him of his magical power. The caterpillars fetch some leaves. Look at them. While the busily spider weaves. Look at him. He's weaving. The web is strong, the web is tough, the web is plenty big enough. The wizard wakes. This isn't funny! I'm wrapped in leaves and I'm stuck with honey! Look, they've caught him. Then up the bees and the beetles fly, and they lift that web up into the sky. They've caught him, hip hooray! This is the place, and bang, crash, thump! The wizard is in the rubbish dump. Look at them. They've taken him and they've popped him into the rubbish. Oh, wow. And now, from somewhere underground, here comes a distant rumbling sound. The earth begins to heave, and then... what happens? What do you think happens? Who's going to pop out? It's SuperWorm is back again. Oh, hip hip hooray, there he is. SuperWorm, you are back. And look at all the fun things that SuperWorm is. SuperWorm the swing, the slide, the hula hoop, even the fairground ride. Whee! SuperWorm the belt, SuperWorm the hat, the crane, the train, the acrobat. And then the toads, the beetles, the bees and the bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, Uncle Ant and Earwig Aunt, clap and cheer and chant this chant. Everybody, let's do it together. Superworm is super long. Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip hip hooray for Superworm. Look at him. Whee! We're so glad that you're back, Superworm. And that is our story. If you enjoyed it, why don't you choose another one? See you again soon.